big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess, light walker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Water Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. Water Signs, the 30th of July to the 5th of August 2025. They fed on your tears, drowned them in facts. You gave them grace, they used it as cover. Now you give them consequences and ramifications.com. Chinese Zodiac Intel, tears, tactics and karmic cleansing. Snake here meets the water realm. Emotional espionage exposed. Goat month weeps loud, but water signs. Water signs. You always track patterns, not pity. Cancer withdraws, Pisces transcends, Scorpio retaliates in silencio. Snake cries crocodile tears, goat blames the wind. Water signs, we call the tide in. You don't absorb their pain. You're about alchemizing it into prophecy. This week reveals who thought your softness was a strategy gap. It wasn't. It was divine restraint. And it just expired. Your personal numerology. On the 30th of July, your personal days are 1. New strength through sovereign silence. On the 5th of August, the personal days are 7. Reflection through rebirth. You're untouchable now. This is a psychic purge. You're not drowning. You're being baptized in the truth roof. Pinkies up. Helpful initials are prophetic clues tied to real-time planetary transits. Each letter represents a person, place, platform, or power structure impacting your karmic storyline. On the 30th of July, Chiron's retrograde in Aries and Venus enters Cancer. You're reliving something you swore was dead, but this time you witness it from the throne. Chiron cracks open a betrayal that was spiritual, not situational. Venus in Cancer turns guilt into guilt trips, and you've revoked emotional visas. You're not healing their ego anymore. You're rescuing yourself. The fixed star Canopus, sacred navigation through personal storms. Helpful initials T, F, N. T, trauma echo, tenant issue, therapist with bias. F, family lie, forgiven test, follower turned fake. N, narcissistic pattern, notification trigger, or neighbor with a motive. On the 31st of July, the Sun is conjunct Mercury in Leo. Someone's spinning the story loud, but your silence breaks louder. A confession leaks, accidental or on purpose. You don't chase vindication, it floats in on the wind with timestamps. They expected you to fold, you filed everything. The fixed star Regulus, royal voice, recorded truth. Helpful initials A, S, P. A, aunt or authority conflict. Ancestral root, archival leak. S, screenshot confirmation, sister shift, spiritual saboteur. P, parental projection, payout delay, power imbalance. On the 1st of August, Venus in Cancer squares Saturn and Neptune in Aries. Their fantasy collapse under Saturn's facts. Saturn cries manipulation, but you've moved on. Someone tries to sell you closure. priced at guilt with delusion. You already know their tactics. You invented the boundary. Don't open the door. Let the voicemail convict them. The fixed star Deneb al-Jedi. Emotional sovereignty enforced. Helpful initials ZMI. Zero contact fail. Zoom recording. Zodiac reversal. M. Mother wound. Misunderstood message or missed appointment. I. Inheritance issue. Illness revealed. Ignored intuition. On the 2nd of August, the moon in Scorpio and Sagittarius is waxing and gibbonous. You knew something wasn't right, but now it shows itself in technicolor. Scorpio reveals the betrayal. Sagittarius plans the psychic exit. You feel everything, but you no longer absorb it. You're not emotional, you're encrypted. The fixed star Antes, truth that burns or breaks curses. Helpful initials GRK. G. Ghost with motive. Government move. Gossip syndicate. R. Relationship relapse. Reappearing ex. Rental reckoning. Karmic entanglement. Kin conflict. Key witness. On the 3rd of August, the moon in Sagittarius trines Mercury in Leo. The truth finally comes in the forms that cannot be misinterpreted. Someone admits it, not for closure, but to control the fallout. Silly Billy. Ha ha! But you've already detached. Their confession is your confirmation. This is not reconciliation. It's spiritual receipt delivery. The fixed star Raz al-Gethi, the final word from the wise. Helpful initials D, C, O. D. Debt acknowledgement, digital exposure, divorce finalized. C. Child custody, church lie, case number unlocked. O. Overseer, old friend turned foe, online leak. On the 4th of August, the sun in Leo trines the moon in Sagittarius. You're illuminated, not just seen, but understood by higher powers. This is spiritual favor. You don't need their validation anymore. Someone tried to revisit the scene of the crime with flowers. This is your I outgrew you. In silence, in style, in soul. The fixed star Altair, the soaring eagle of truth and freedom. Helpful initials JLU. Jealous elder, judicial overcome. Journey booked. L. Lease closed, lie exposed, legal guardian shift. Unseen helper, unexpected refund, unfollowed illusion. On the 5th of August, the moon in Capricorn squares Neptune in Aries. Today is the karmic receipt. The lie collapses in real time. Capricorn says, show the proof. Neptune tries to stall. Too late. You no longer defend your reputation. You let the mess show itself. This is your courtroom in the cosmos, and the verdict is divine. The fixed star Vega, victory through psychic precision. Helpful initials V, Q, Y, V, voice note exposure. Victim narrative busted or vanishing point. Q, quoted lie unraveled, quashed confession, queen energy reborn. Y, yesterday's enemy, YouTube receipt or your final boundary. Water signs, you didn't retaliate, you recalibrated. Their guilt isn't your problem, but it's your confirmation. You weren't paranoid, you were premonition incarnate. They underestimated your heart and forgot it beats beneath the armor of the righteous. Until we meet again on these astrological streets, make our wave.